see. There we go. I have this camera set up. I hope this is working well. Let's see. I cannot see anything. Why? You guys can see anything? Top chat. It should be transmitting now. Let's see something. Sorry about that, guys. I'm setting up my iPad to read this correctly. There we go. Now we are talking. All right. Sorry, the iPhone and all that. It's a mess, man. Let me clean this first. I'm working here, finishing a few packs. For a client. Let me know if the audio is okay because I'm kind of far. Let me put closer the cell phone. Maybe I can put it closer here. There we go. So basically, I'm making these packs from a client that, you know what, I should put power to the iPhone just in case I don't want the iPhone to drain. I don't know how's the battery, but the iPad is pretty bad. So basically, this pack is 6S 1P. It's gonna be that's gonna be for airplanes. So I built already for the same client that I have to. And actually, I'm late with this. I should be ready some time ago. I already built this one. This one is 8S 2P. That's gonna be in a turbine, jet turbine, 90 millimeters, and it's made with EB50PLs with 0.3 copper straight to the battery. If you see, no nickel, straight to the battery. I made it with the A-With 120, which I'm gonna keep going in the same method now. But before that, I'm working here the balance wires. So for me, it's easier. If you see here, I put it in the inside, and then I pass the balance wires because in that way, so I have to work with this first while we talk, you know. So and then I'm gonna be installing the connector. See, it goes here. Not the connector, the bus bars. It's only one piece, so it's gonna be super short. So and then I have to weld the connectors before, because I want to make it clean before I spot weld. So it's easier in that way because I like to use you know, the shrink, and it's look better in that way. So I have to bend this just like that before do this. So while I'm doing this, so basically I cut the excess, try to make it as short as possible. See, like this. Take out only the tip, just like that, and then I pull a little bit, which is gonna be kind of tough to do it here. I messed up. I pulled too hard. I mean, there we go. Because now I'm gonna put the shrink. But before that, let me make the tip, because if I put the shrink and then I heat up this, it can shrink in here, so it's not good. So let me do that now. ¿Qué pasó?
Pensé que tú te habías comido el sándwich que yo dejé.
No, me estoy haciendo un like. Right now. But later. Okay. Let me do that part first, which is gonna be let me get the stuff I need. All right. For the people who doesn't know, I still have 50 PLs. I have less than, I guess I have less than 200 available. There's not too many. Um, so they're going very quickly. All right, I have that ready. I turn on this. And let me get something to clean this. What is here? Okay, the tip from my soldering iron. So basically, I put this here, right? And then in here, the same thing, just a little bit. Normally, I like to put a little bit flux, but this soldering iron is pretty powerful, so it's taking it. Let me put it like maybe like that. So just doing that part first. See, just like that. Now I put the shrink inside. Oops, sorry. I'm not left-handed, so let me know how the audio is going. Maybe the audio is going pretty bad. I cannot hear, how it's going. So there we go. That's good. I'll put it back here. Wait until cool down a little bit. And now I covered the heat shrink. See? I have here ready to go my heat gun. Just a little bit, and that's ready. The first one. So the thing is, I have to go one by one. Okay. So I start upside down. This is gonna be the positive and negative. Positive and negative side. So what I do, I push down now the excess, and there we go. And this one is almost ready to be spot weld. Okay. So, but I'm gonna put it back because I'm gonna put a little bit of flux because this copper is 0.3. And actually, let me turn on the welder because I'm gonna be welding. And where I put my flux here, that's the one that I have open. So the welder is already ready to go. Let me make space here because I have too many things on the table. So this welder is pretty powerful. I really don't need to use for 0.3 the flux, but I don't want to really push too hard and make it easier for me, So let me see where I have the pedal. Give me 1 second. There we go. Actually, this light is off. There we go. Now I have better light. Let me make sure the welder is ready to go. Yep, in 300. So, who's here? Let me see. Hey, James. Okay, the audio is good. Yeah, perfect. So, hey, look at this. I'm gonna be welding straight copper, straight. 0.3 copper, straight to the cells. But I'm using the flux, see? So, sometimes it's kind of messy. So I don't use too much. In this one, it's gonna be kind of messy. So look at how cool So positive side, I like to go always very close, as close as the center as possible, just like this, and give the shot. Let's go double pulse. Look at how hard this welder hits. You know, whew, it's hot. He's really push a lot of power. So this one is the negative side. Remember, these one are tapless. I stay away from the center to not to avoid that center. Look at this. So now let's go to the positive again, and I alternate to give a chance to cool down the area when I weld this. See? Now, welding this power, I give a break to the welder because actually it's 28 degrees. It's not the temperature, it's the charge. The welder, believe it or not, it drops so much power. That's my only criticism with this the 120. It's dropped so much power in that in those shots, especially the double pulse. That's the one that take the most. That you see like the battery icon. Remember, this is capacitors. It drain quickly. So it drain quickly. So I give a chance to maintain the same consistency. Even when the welder it tell you okay, it tell you okay, so that you can keep going. I like to wait, to be honest, to make sure everything is gonna be completely consistent. So I like to see that battery going to the same power level. So, and then that's how I do the welding. And the other thing is these cables, they really heat up. Same with the glitter. The glitter does the same thing. They heat up very quickly. So, but this one, remember, have even more power. So it really heat up quickly. So yeah, that's the deal with this welder. And actually, let me do something. You know what? You know the funny part? It was off. I was working with the power that was stored. So let me give it a chance until charged a little bit more. I forgot to turn that on. So, but anyway, yeah, it does that. When you weld, like, I would say it's like 10, 15 welds. And you do it quickly. You need to give a chance, yeah, into the welder. It's a beast, man. This is a beast. It's, look at this. The good part, I have for the store. Let me take out this, clean up a little bit because I have too many things here. It's busy. So I have to build two of these packs. This is the first one from the small one, see? And I'm making personalized. I put the name here. It doesn't look very well, but it's there. So that's cool, man. It's going beautiful. Okay, it's almost there. Let me give it one more chance. So the welder, to give you an idea, when we turn on these welders, we need to wait until charge the capacitors, okay? So, but it does it. It's funny because the other models, the small, the P20B, it charged very quickly. This one it take like one more minute than, you see, it's almost already done. It take like one more minute than the other ones. Remember, this one have 6 capacitors, so it take longer. They should, in my opinion, they should put even a bigger power supply in this welder. The P90C have, I believe, is the same power supply, but have one less capacitor than this one, and it charge very quickly. I really like that unit, the P90C, even over this one, to be honest. Even when this one is more powerful, but honestly, you don't need that power. Right now, I'm welding in only 30% of the power. See, man, it's really hit hard. It's beautiful, beautiful welds. What he's doing in here, and I have one more to do here for the positive side. There we go. If you see, it's shooting twice. See, but when you weld that power, look at what it does to the tips. I don't know if you can see it here. Okay, now look at what it does to the tips. They get hot, don't get me wrong. Okay, now I'm gonna put it aside because now I have to prepare the next side. So this one is already, look at how cool is this. So the next one is gonna be between here and here, okay? So it's gonna be this. Here I'm not gonna cut too much, just a little bit. Make the end. Let me turn on the welder here. Where is here? So yeah, normally I do not recommend welding straight copper normally, but because again I'm using the flux and this welder really helps, I'm doing it and it's very strong. I mean, very strong. All right, let me get one more. What I was going to do, yeah, this, we have more here. Let me know if the audio is not good because sometimes I forget that the camera is like up. Let me get this scissors. I guess I can cut with this instead. Let's see if this cut good. There we go. Now I put this all the way inside so I can take one of this and okay, back on. Let me put this here quickly. I hope it doesn't damage the tool. There we go. Now we put it here. Hey, actually, I want to talk. Some people are having, I don't know who, one of the sellers, one of the Chinese sellers is trying to sell like, supposedly they are claiming that they're 50 PLs, but they are red. I don't know if you guys, anyone have seen that. I seen the pictures. They don't look like EV, in my opinion, at all. At all. Completely different than the one that I had. So I talked already with the manager from EV, the EV manager, because the good news is I'm gonna start buying straight to the factory. There we go. Straight to the factory, and so I can have access to the best. Even when I have access right now to the best ones, but I want to buy. I make relationship straight to the factory. The reason why I don't did it before is because when you buy to the factory, you need to buy in a really ridiculous amount of quantity. Otherwise, they don't even bother. I mean, with you as a client. So now with the 50 PLs, I'm buying a lot. I'm buying. Well, I try to buy 10,000. I'm trying. They are not even for sale yet. So I'm trying to buy 10,000, but it's a lot of money. So I got them like convinced. So I'm gonna be buying probably 6,000 instead. Uh, and basically, it's like against their rules, but they know me from social media and stuff like that, and they're gonna apparently give me a chance to buy in less quantity. Man, look at this. This is insane, huh? The power of this unit. Let me try to zoom this better so you can see it better. Sorry about that. Let's see, maybe like that. You can see it better what I'm doing. So let's see. I have a delay. I'm watching on one side, and let's see. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe like that. There we go. So at the same time, I give chance to this to cool down. We need to tie these probes very often, and the cables are jumping a lot. So uh, I need to build something to hold those cables. I'm getting to the point that I should clean the probes, but I'm gonna try and give it a shot. Problem is, when you don't clean the probes, you can have a chance to have like a kind of explosion. So damn, they're hot. See? So what I do to clean it is just a little bit, not too much. So as I mentioned, some people are offering, even showing the boxes that say 50 PL, but they don't say EV. They say only IRN 50 PL. So, and they are using a wrap. I don't know what cell is that because they look similar, the center. I don't know yet. I cannot tell you 100% sure. Okay, they are EV, they are not. I mean, because I haven't seen the final version, but usually they don't change the wrap like that from the last uh, you know uh, candidate or production. I mean, like that they maintain. That's gonna be exactly the same cell, pretty much as the last one. It's just that they don't call it. I mean, like production anymore. Okay, this one have one more to do. It's gonna be here close. I don't want to go too far from the. There we go. That's it. Look at this, guys. How cool is these welds? The last thing I do is clean the excess of paste. So I do one side first. Now I have to do this one. And I don't make it very close in case something happened and the person, the owner, want to service that later, so he have a little bit slack, so it can do it. Okay, so I give the chance like that. Okay, now I need to do this and one more. This, let me put it, turn on the item. It's pretty fast. The item is pretty fast. So I have news from back. I give the information already to March. The people that are following Patreon, they probably seen some information about the bags, the 50D. There is information from the 30 back 30D and all that. So they share with me, the manager, some information from the sales, and that's the information I give to March, and he posted already in Patreon. To my subscribers, my members, that from the Facebook. I mean, not from Facebook. I'm sorry, from the YouTube. You guys, I'm gonna post that documents that I give that to March. I'm gonna post it for you guys so you can see it. What I got from him. Do not make it public, please. So I don't want to have. Oh, wait. I forget to put the heat shrink. So, but you guys are gonna get the best information I can find. So I hook up much as obviously my body. So uh, so he get the information. I mean, I should put it together. I mean, but it's just I've been very busy, man. Uh, with these 50 PLs, the sorry, I'm not breathing. um, I've been pretty busy lately. Thanks God, I have to. Hey, thanks to you guys that support me. Uh, I've been pretty busy, and making the packs and making the orders and designing. I have few designs that I have to do. What's up, mommy? Mommy, I'm making a light. It's my daughter. Ooh. You okay?
Mhm.
See, look at this. We have how many people online? 8 person watching. They're here. Benji, how are you, man? No, actually, I started. I'm here with my daughter. Well, they cannot see. I mean, they cannot see you, mommy. So I started what, a few minutes ago. So I'm making these packs for a client right now. See, perfect. Um, Straight copper 0.3, man. So using the flux and the A-Weave P120. When I put the flux, look at this. I put it in the sides. Why? Because the lead is in the center. Oh, here. See, the lead is in the center, so I don't want to put in the center because it's going to spill it out. So I want just in the corners. And even I put too much, to be honest with you. I put too much there. I don't mean to put that much, but okay, it's there already. So I'm not going to take it out that easy. So again, this is copper 0.3. That's way too white copper. But this is the EVs 50 PLs, so they really require very heavy copper. Even when this is for an airplane pack. So let me make sure I did. Okay, I'm good. This is the positive. This is the one that have to be close. Let me accommodate this cell. This bus bar better. Make it look nice. All right. I don't know if you can see this, guys. When I'm welding. Yeah, I don't think you have the best view. Oof, man, this really heat up. Okay, this is the negative side, so I go open, okay? Okay. Look at how deep, I mean, it make a very nice weld. I can go even lower power, but since I started already like that much power, I want to maintain consistency. So in the weldings, these get hot quickly. There's one more here. Let me give a chance to the welder. It's hot. I mean, not the welder. Did I miss anything about samples? I really want to know about what you received. Ah, okay. So I haven't received many samples yet, except I don't know if I show you. Let me see. I have few samples here next to me. I get these samples, but that is nothing big deal. Much already received that, and I guess he even tested. I have these samples. I received 4 of them for testing. I haven't had a chance to test those That's 6250 VAP cells. I guess it's F63 models. Let me double check. Yeah, F63 is the model in these VAP cells. So that's the samples that I received. I'm waiting for more. I'm waiting for more. And as I mentioned, the factory guy from actually from two places, from back, I was mentioning, he's gonna send me samples from the 50D, back 50D. Eventually, he says he's gonna send me from the 60D and from the back 30D. What I can tell you ahead is back. I'm gonna share that with the members. Back is gonna be releasing the 30D, and they rated all the way to 50 amps. I mean, that's insane. 50 amps, temp cut, of course. I can tell you the JP40, the JP30 can do the same, even when they don't rate it in that way. But we tested, and it's able to handle that much. All right, now I can clean this. Let me get. I have the alcohol here. I use alcohol with a wipe. Let me get the. Okay, here is. So I'm gonna share the information he gave me to me. That I gave that already to March. I have so much impressed with the watt per much compared the JP30 to 50 PL, and yes, I mean that JP30s are incredible, and I have here a bunch of them. I mean, I have a few hundreds of that available. I know it's kind of pricey. The thing is, remember when you get the sales. When they came out, everything is always expensive. Everything is expensive. And then the problem is that I don't like to buy too much, because if, I mean, remember, once past, like I will say, 6 months after, or 4 months after they came out, the price start going down. Okay. So I don't want to take chances buying too much, because if the price goes down and then I pay too much, and for example another store go and buy it cheaper than me, and they buy a lot and put it really cheap, then I'm gonna lose money, because no one is gonna buy the cells from me in a higher price. Because, and the thing is, normally the other store never get the sales right away, because exactly that reason. Normally they wait a little bit until the price goes a little bit down, and that's the difference from me. I like to bring the sales right away when they are available. I mean, again, the price is not gonna be the best one, but because I pay premium. I mean, for the price. So some people want it right away. So for that people, even me, I like to have them quickly, because I mean, the problem is that, again, if the price goes down, if I buy too much, and the price goes down, then I lose money. So when I buy it, I buy not too many, so I can maintain the pricing with the best prices in the market. So look at this. This look beautiful, man. Look at that. Pure copper. I'm gonna do a testing, welding, and try to. Obviously, man, this is super, super, super. There's no way we can take out this. It's very strong. And it's incredible that this machine is able to do straight copper like this. 0.3. This is insane. Very white copper. So I can test and show you. I mean, that is the 0.3. But anyway, I know people know me. I'm not gonna lie about that. So believe me, it's very white copper, man. I don't have the tool here. I have to take it out to show you, but it's white copper. So now the last one, I leave the positive and negative for the last one. Why? Because, and I have them bended already. One of them, when I was doing in the laser, I exceed too much. I mean, it's perfectly. It's just the color. I'm gonna leave it like that. So the thing is, I like to solder this first before I spot weld, and then I slide this in this slide here, like this. Once is welded, and look at how cool it goes. Um, Now it's dangerous because I have all this side connected, so any mistake in this side is gonna spark, and not spark, make flames. Yeah, so now it's dangerous. I mean, so I have to be careful. So this side I'm not gonna touch. It's only between here and here, the ones that I'm gonna be doing now, connecting. See, this and this. So I have this wrong already. So what I do, I put it by the inside, just like this. Put a little bit. It's ready to install. Same here. There we go. Just like that. So actually I'm gonna do two at the same time, so I don't have to do it twice. Let me turn on the... Yo, what's up everybody? How you doing, man? Yes. The Molly sales, I believe they're coming. I don't know. I don't know because I don't have the best contact in Molly sales. I don't have the best contacts, but I still get good information. I mean, in what is going on with the Molly cells. Let me take out the alcohol from here. I don't want to have. So a Molly cell I share with March. It's, I guess he know it already. Molly cell is gonna have in the roadmap. It says 85, which we expect that is gonna be 8,500 milliamps in a 21700, which I'm sorry, that's insane. That's insane. 8,500 milliamps in a 18650 is just incredible. I mean, even 7,000 is incredible. Imagine 8,500. I mean, if they make that, man, that's gonna be just insane. So I want to see that. I really want to see that. Okay, I'm ready now. I don't like to take too long doing this part because I have already the heat shrink here, and if you take too long in the item, it starts shrinking, and then it's a headache to put it here. So let me put the other one. Just like that. Add the more inside possible. So I heat up first here to make it soft, and then go here, one little touch, and wait, and that's it. All right, let me shut off the iron. So I'm gonna be 20 bucks at, I don't read that part. What you says? Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be insane expensive. Man, that's gonna be insanely expensive. Especially coming from Molly's. Well, you know how Molicel is. You know how Molicel is. Actually, don't get far. Evie tried to do the same thing. With the 50 PLs, they are coming more pricey than the samples I got. Here's what happened. Let me finish this part because the noise is bad. Here's the thing, EV, they raise the price in the sales for the production. Okay, um, they raise the price for the production. We know that. We know that. But that's why I really want to buy a lot, because if I buy in good quantities, I can get. It's not that much the difference. I mean, I guess I can get $1 less per cell buying in that amount of quantity. So by getting the cells in $1 less, I can match the same price that I have now in the production side. I don't know yet because we don't have a final number. I'm waiting for them to give me that information. And again, uh, if you have somebody offering EVs right now, I'm sorry, they're lying. They are lying because the EV, they haven't released even the price yet from the sale. My understanding, the price is gonna be released. We will know, I believe, after the day 13 of this month. That is gonna be a few days from now. They're gonna give the price of the sale, and but that doesn't mean that you can buy the sale that day. No, no, they're gonna be releasing the price. Then by the end of the month or the beginning of the next month, then we can buy the sales, the resellers. Um, that's what it is right now with the 50 PLs. All right, let's go. Man, I love it, this welder. I hope you can see this. I'm trying to make it even open, like open my hands, even when I don't like to weld like that very much, to show you the what I'm doing. So let's see if we can see it. See, negative side, I go open. Actually, I went too open in the other one, but let me try to maintain consistency. Maybe do these two ones. Pink smoke, like I call it. Make sure it's all the way in. I'm gonna show you later my settings, the settings that I'm using right now. I'm using in the unit P120D, which is overkill, gear 300, okay? Preheat in 0.15, even is kind of high in the preheat, but I want to maintain consistency, so I'm gonna keep it like that. And I'm shooting twice, and the interval is 0.15, 2 milliseconds. It's in my current interval. So for the information, and hey, this is for 0.3 copper with the flux. Okay, that's my settings. So without the flux, I'm very sure I have to be higher than that. But why? If I can use flux, I mean, I don't have to go that high. I prefer going that way. So remember, it's less heat for the cell. Less heat for the cell. It's better. So this is looking good. I like it. So next one. Shoot, it's hot. The tips. I touched the tip with my arm. So any mistake here, we have. Oh, wait. We forget to put the flux. Flux here. Let me read the comment. Let me read the comments while this cool down a little bit. The money cells super expensive. Yep. What setting are you using right now? Okay, I just say that. Why aren't you using nickel? Does not matter anymore since you are using fluid. Correct. Since this copper is 0.3, so we have enough material in 0.3 to keep it strong and consistent. Okay, it doesn't get apart. Even when it's a soft material, it's pretty strong. And what's happened is this pack, they are for airplanes. Any excess of weight, we eliminate any excess of weight. So the nickel is completely unnecessary in here because this welder is pretty strong, and I can weld the copper directly. Look at this, man. Just look at those welds. You judge. So it's very strong. So I'm not using this case. I'm not using the. But again, it's case by case. I don't do that all the time, unless that is a very. I mean, first of all, it's the machine that I'm using, and second, it's copper 0.3, so it will stay pretty strong. So let me put this now. Guys, normally when I work with bus bars, I like to put Kapton tape in the next bus bars to prevent any accident. So be aware. You want to do that, to be honest, and stay safe. All right. Man, this hit really hard. Let me sand a little bit the tips. You need to maintain this clean. And again, welding 0.3 is not easy. It takes time because of that. I mean, the tips, they really heat up quickly. So you want to maintain this clean as possible. And if you notice, they start melting. Let me see the camera. I don't know if you see it. Look at the tip, how it start melting. So trying to see it. Maybe there. So you need to be aware of that. And when they melt like that, if you notice, it's making a very wide weld, which I like it when it's wide, because the wider it is, the more current is gonna transfer. Okay. So to be honest with you, look at how wide is those. I mean, just it reminds me the glitter. The glitter does a very wide spot welds. So here, for me, the more critical part is the positive, because you have to be very close. Negative is critical because you don't want to go in the center, again, with tapless. So it's important. Both are very important. Let me make sure they are tight. They're good. All right, two more. One here, one here. I'm trying to open to allow the video. Normally I don't do that. There we go. That's went very strong. I'm gonna put that preheat lower, because it's going. Look at how even marked here. I'm gonna lower the preheat to 10. It's too much power, to be honest with you. That's more than enough. So okay, now let's clean this. I'm gonna shut it off the welder because it's gonna take me time before I weld again. And I have to do 2 packs of the same ones. So I'm gonna be making this one in video. So it's gonna take time. Maybe this live is gonna be long. You have to go. I understand it's gonna be a long one, because I have to do the 2 packs tonight, because I really want to ship this tomorrow. I should have this ready yesterday, but man, I have so much work yesterday that honestly I went to bed at 3 a.m. finishing orders and stuff like that, and I really was tired. And then, hey, I was in my office today at 7. So, and I went to bed at 3. So think about it, how much I sleep. So I haven't slept too much. Let's see. I use the Dremel. That's why I order more tips. Yes. Yes, sir. FYI, I have the tips in stock. Hey, this bag costs a lot of money. I have a lot of money in this bag. I have, how many more I bought? I bought 50 more because I cannot buy everything in one shot. They're expensive. But I want to have them in stock because you really need it. I mean, eventually you need the tips. So, and I don't want to sell you a welder and then you don't have tips. You know, I want to have the tips in stock. They're gonna be, the pair is gonna be $9.99. It's gonna be the pair of these tips. They last. Don't get me wrong. I mean, think about in the glitter. The glitter, the tips is $25 the pair of tips in the glitter. This one is only $9.99. I ain't selling it in that price. Online, I seen it even more. If you can find it online, I mean, so FYI, I'm not gonna have only the tips. I have already. Let me show you because I wanna talk about this later. Look at what I got. I got as well the cables. More cables. This is brand new, and they are for sale. If someone want to use these cables, they are the same. I'm gonna compare later in a video this cable with the glitter cables, the 25 millimeters. They are the same. The good part is that these tips are way cheaper. And also I have here, let me put this in the same spot. I haven't showed this. Let me zoom out. I have right now 3 available, and I'm gonna show you what it is. This is upgrade cables for the P90 unit and the P120 unit. I don't know yet if it can be used in the 60. I have to ask. But look at how beefy are these cables. And this, I don't want to open this. I'm gonna show you the one that I have already open. My personal one is this. Look at this beast. This one, it's the pen for spot weld, which the tips are way more aggressive. Actually, are the same one that I have here for the pens. They use the same tips. So these tips, I mean, are way more aggressive, and then you can push. See, and then weld. So it have the trigger right there, so you can do it automatically. Not only that, this pen can control the welder with these buttons. Okay, the ones that are compatible. Not all of them that are compatible with this. Okay, that's necessary. No, I mean this is. I mean goodies. You don't need this. The bottoms. However, this is a beast. I mean, the only thing I'm gonna tell you now, I still working because, I mean, you see the gap that we have between here and here. In the positive, I need more gap, honestly. So I have to play. I mean, with the screw to make it closer. But the other problem is that then when we go to the negative side, I need this open just like here. That open. So I'm not gonna be adjusting one and back. You know, I talk already with the with AWIT, the engineers, and I explained that the reason why I'm not using this is because I have to be able to open and close. So even the glitter, the Sunco doesn't do that. Doesn't open and close. But because they are very weak, it's easier to play with that. So. Maybe I'm missing something because these have a bunch of holes. Maybe I can put and adjust this side and here. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but honestly, I don't have time to play with this pen. But I have them in stock if someone is interested. So that's gonna be the full set. Is the pen, with the cable. This is a nice cables. Look at this. They go screw. So it's gonna. This is gonna be $75. I mean the full set. Same price as the hey, $75 in the US. In the US, not like AliExpress. I have my welders, some of them even cheaper than AliExpress, and you can go and check it out. Go and check it out, the price that I have. Check the price in Amazon and check the price in AliExpress from my P120, my pricing, and the P90, and you will see what I'm talking about. So, all right, back in business. Now this, what I have left here. Now I have to work with the positive and negative, but to do that, I'm gonna do first. Let me read the comments, sorry. I knew was almost done yesterday. The tips are using 3mm copper. Just buy the material and make your own way less. Yes, I mean, there's a, hey, let me explain that. The tips, yes, they are copper, but they are, what I was talking, because I talk again with the engineers. The nice part is I have access to talk to the engineers, okay? Another reason why I like to weld straight copper is because these tips, the material, tend to stick a lot to the nickel, okay? Especially when we weld in high power. So because of that, I mean, I'd rather weld straight to the copper, because the tip doesn't stick to the copper. If you notice, the glitter is the opposite. The glitter stick to the copper, but it's more soft in the nickel. So, I mean, they are working with me because the tip is not, I mean, 100% in the nickel, in the glitter. I know they are not 100% copper. These one are 100% copper, but the glitter not. So they are working to try to make the same mix alloy in the tips, to see if that helps with the sticky part. I mean, I have to play with the oh my god, the preheat as well. That's gonna help a lot. So, but again, I need more time. I mean, to work with all this. Anyway, let's go back to here. Let's see, this goes here, and now I have to solder the cables here first. Okay. What I do, let me put this aside. Let me bring my where is here is. I use this. Man, I hate when I have the table too busy. I have too many things here. I don't like that. You know, because the more stuff you have, the more chance that you have to have something going wrong. So let me put this aside. Let me take this out of here. This battery doesn't need to be here at all. So I don't want to damage this. Now here. So let's see. I'm gonna hold this with this here. Just like that. So I can work with this easier. I'm gonna work with one at a time. Exactly, they are not 100% copper. They are not. I mean, now the mix of alloy is gonna be what is gonna make the difference, okay? And that's what we are trying to, I mean, work with. And the good part is that people are willing to work with me with my suggestions. I love that, you know. Let me get the cables. I don't know in here. I'm not gonna be using the 10 gauge. Maybe I do, maybe not, because this one is lower power. Maybe I use, yeah, let me use 10 gauge. 10 gauge. Let me get the cables, okay? 10 gauge. That's 8, 12, all right, I got it here. I'm gonna use 10 gauge. Even when it's overkill, I should use the 12 for this one, but because I can't remember if we agree. You know what? I'm gonna use the 12. The reason is I remember now he asked me to put XT60s and not XT90, so 10 gauge is too wide for XT60. Let me go with the 12. Yep, 12 gauge is better for the XT60 cables. So, and I'm going with approximately 6 inches, just like here. And I'm gonna cut 2 pairs. To maintain the same legend, you know. All right. So, what I do here. First, this side is gonna be looking to the copper. So what I like to do in here is open this very wide, to spread out the more as I can in top of the copper, just like this. All right. Same with the other one. I'm gonna use only 1 pair now. All right. Let me put this aside. Yep, just like this. Open as more as I can. Like a brush, see? Just like that. Then now I'm gonna use the flux. But this flux is the regular one. It rolls in, you know, for the welding area. So same in this side. There we go. So I take a little bit and I put it here. All right, we're good. And now let me turn on the item and crank it up the power a little bit more than 700, 725. That's enough. Okay, let me put this aside, the battery. Don't want to have an accident. I need space for this. I hope you guys can see there better. I'm gonna start by here. And I start putting here, see, spreading out just like that. Not too much. We don't need too much. That's it. That's it. Now the same thing with the cables. Yep, they are soaked already. But I like to put an extra. There we go. Now is the trick, okay? What I like to do, make sure it's all the way down. See, and open as possible. So I touch it, one shot, and hold it. When change color, that's it. That's it. That's all we need. It's super open, see? So that's ready to go. Let's go to the next one now. Yes, I agree. You can try that. You can try that. I mean, it doesn't hurt. There we go. That's super soak. Now the other side. There we go. Let me put more. That came off. Look at that. It's so hot that it's attached like, look at this. There we go. Super soak. There we go. Man, it's very soak. Let me get the other one ready. So yeah, man, you can do, yeah, you can do that, man. You can get your own, prepare that. Me personally, I like to use the one that are made for that because remember I'm working with client batteries and I don't want to take chances. You know, especially with expensive batteries, I don't want to take chances. So you guys can see this, okay? So I'm honest with you. So I wanna use the tools that I mean are made for that. But I don't blame you, man. I mean, it works. Actually, let us know if the one that you made works. So remember, we are all pro DIY. So there we go. Look at that, man. This beast is good. Now present that here. Let me make sure what side. Maybe this side is better. No, this side is gonna be better. As wider as possible. We touch this here. The important part here is make sure you're touching as much as you can the copper. Making pressure. And don't move. When you are doing this, don't move because it's gonna make a cold weld, okay? That's it. So look at this. Actually, I hope I did it. Yeah, I did it correctly. So now I have this ready. This is gonna be still hot. See? I like to now clean this. Let me take out what I don't need here. Give me 1 second. Well, let me do the connector before I connect the batteries. Let me find the connectors. Okay, now the connectors. I'm gonna show you my trick to work with the connectors, okay? Before I peel out, let me put the cell phone closer. Before I peel out this, right, I like to put a little bit of flux here, okay? Then someone is sending me a message, but it's in Facebook. And then I hold this here, just like this, right? Let me turn on my iron, and I'm gonna show you a trick. How to you make the connections very easy, very easy. So once this is like this, before peel it out, okay? With a very clean tip, you're gonna touch only the center, because you don't wanna, oops, I contaminated this already. Look at this. Perfect. Now the next one. Let me clean this again. That's good. Now that what it does is, now when you peel this out, look at what is gonna happen. When you peel this out now, that's gonna be hot. Let me wait until this cool down a little bit. When you peel this out now, and what you have to peel it out is just a little bit, just like this. There we go. Now I take out the rest. Look at how cool is that. It's gonna stay together. It's not gonna open. See? It's not gonna spread it out. So because I pre-welded. So and because it's pre-welded, now I can go to the connector and just place it here, and it's gonna stay very nicely. See? So now in the connector, I put a little bit of flux. Both of them. That's too much. Way too much. Who cares? Anyway. Now I'm gonna put the there we go. You don't want to cross the line too much with the LED here in the connector, because then later, let me make sure it goes all the way. There we go, just like that. Because if you do that, then you cannot put the, where is this? I'm gonna put it this now. See, one here, one here. This is my positive. And now let me put more. Now I can put more LED in the cables before I connect that. But the nice part is they're gonna stay together. There we go. There we go. Oops, it came out the other one, but doesn't matter. So I go here. It's not the best example because you're not gonna be able to see it very well. Hold it, and that's it. We have the first one. You do that in a fast motion. You know, you don't want to wait too much. This one needs a little bit more LED. This one is LED. It's LED. I should use give me 1 second. I should use a fan. I mean, I have a fan here running, and don't breathe this because this is the LED one. You know what? I messed it up. I put this backwards. I just put this backwards, so I have to take it out. This is backwards. It goes like this. Put it back now. See, for not be pending. Let me clean the item. That's what it is. There we go. Now the next one. In the US, you can use the one that is have LED. I guess in Europe is not legal, right? You cannot use the one with LED in Europe. Maybe I'm wrong. Perfect. There we go. Now let me check, make sure everything looks fine. Take out my glasses. This one needs a little touch on that side. Let me turn it back on. The other one is fine. The red, the positive. Well, let me give a touch on both. I hate to do that, but just to make sure everything looks fine. Just a little touch, not too much. That's it. Let me take out the excess from the bottom. Yep. Not that it's necessarily, but I like it, you know, to make sure everything looks fine. Yep, good. Now I put this in here. If you abuse from the flux, you cannot close the later. Come on. So I can put this here, crossing here, and push. There we go. I hear the click, so it locked it. So it's good now. And you know that I forget to spray a little bit of alcohol inside. Normally I like to clean that before close this, please. Same in this side to take out all the flux completely. I know this part is the boating part, but it's part of the process, okay? Now I can take out this from here. Bring back the battery. Let me clean this. This is not good. I don't want a battery touching this. Yeah, That's flux. So, all right. This side is alive, remember. So now next step, I start by the positive. Now I need to connect the balancing cable first. So let me turn on back the iron. This one I can cut this a little bit. I have the red one ready here. Man, I know this is voting. Many people, I'm surprised that we still have 9 people here. Sorry, I haven't showed too much. Um, See, this is small packs, but hey, big packs, small packs, they take time to build. See? So here the same. What it says? Let me see. No, this is the positive. Wait. Let me put this first. No, actually, this one is shorter, is better. Positive first. I heat up this side first and then connect. And actually I did it wrong. That's just the balance connector, okay? So wait until it cool down a little bit. Yep. And then I pull back the heat shrink, which I pull it to, it went down. You know what? This is kind of out of focus. Let me try to put the cell phone in better position so you can see it better. So now I put this inside and let me clean the area because now I need to use the welder. Let me turn on the welder. Pull it forward. Get the there we go. And look at how cool is this. I just slide this here, just like this. And then, you know, it's made in purpose, obviously. And look at how cool it goes. Perfect. So, wait. I forget. I need to bend this, then push down. Slide it right here, and there we go. Now we're talking. Now it's ready. So where it went here. Let me accommodate this in my okay here. Closer to my feet. Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm very concentrated. I don't want to damage this. Whew. Man, this really heat up quickly. There we go. That's it. Now get ready the next one. Yes, that's what I do. I keep refilling. What I do, I buy the big borders, the value pack. I buy the six uh, big. How many? I have one here. The 32 ounces. There came six in a pack. So that's what I buy, and then I keep refilling this one. And I buy the 91% isopropyl alcohol because that one dry very quickly. So that's what I get. So this one goes in the center. Actually, I have to rerun this cable to the center. I forget that's not gonna be an easy task to do. Let me do that now. That's not gonna be very easy. Maybe it does. Let's see. Come on. I forget that detail. There we go. Now let me get the pliers. And we need to be careful here with the pliers, not touch copper. There we go. There we go. Now we're talking. Let me put this back. See? Let me push this back. So probably by here. So maybe a little bit more. What label? This one? Yeah, it's the same one. 91% isopropyl, but I get the big one, the 32 the 32 ounces, 6 bottles. I buy all the big ones, and the thing is, I use a lot of alcohol with the 3D printers. I use a lot of alcohol. So let this fall from here. I'm missing this. Now I'm gonna explain to you guys how these batteries work. Okay, that's good. Now the negative, I have to be very careful working with this now because we don't want to short this now, okay? Shoot, look at that. I touched my finger. Look at this. Woo! That hurts. Let me clean this and put a little bit more flux here. There we go. That's it. I finished with the flux. Now put this here. Again, we should cover all this when we are working, okay? I am doing a bad example here. We should cover everything to prevent any accident, okay? Look at how cool is this. We just slide here and it's ready to be, wait, forget the flux, forget the flux. That's when the accident can happen, okay? We need to be careful this doesn't touch. So I'm holding it. All right. I want to keep it no accidents. So let me make sure that cable is good. There we go. Beautiful. Now we are talking. It's almost done. Now weld this. And that's the negative side, so we can go a little bit more open. Normally I like to put it like this, more straight, but then you cannot see it. So I'm welding with my hands open so you can see it better. That's for your benefit. But it's not easy because it's kind of squeezy. See? Even with the preheat, it's hot, man. There we go. That's it. Now clean everything. Let me move what I don't need from here. Outside here. And clean. All right, now let's clean this. More alcohol. See the lid. And I mean, this one, remember, was the one that I was burned. No burn, that I put too much heat when I was cutting with the laser. So I keep it like that. It's not that bad. I mean, so that's gonna be anywhere cover. So if you notice, I put the name of the person. So now I push a little bit to the inside the cables. See, to hide a little bit. Normally I like to hide this even better. But then let's go and do the test. Let me connect this baby and check if we did everything right. That better be right because let's see. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me try to put it closer here. There we go. See? That's a very nice balance. We still can balance the here. See? But what I do instead to use this, I go to the charger. So in this case, I know it's now it's good. I just check it, the balance. So I'm gonna cover this with a little bit of transparent pitch shrink. I like to use transparent. It looks nice. Look at how cool this is. And another thing that I want to check is the IR. Let's check that IR, how it looks like. Okay, that's gonna be cool. Let me see where I got my meter for the IR. By the way, guys, I have these meters coming, I believe, tomorrow, okay? And it's coming in the premium package. So, man, I ain't in socks. I'm comfortable today. So, what I do is I touch even the IR. I'm gonna measure it from the cable, okay? Just like this. Press here, and let's see our IR. Let me see. What I got? 17 point. Actually, it's not that bad. It could be better, to be honest. Let me see in the copper. Let me see the IR in the copper. Come on. Give me 1 second. I remember now. I mean, why is that high? It's remember it's not 2p. This is 1p. There we go. Yeah, it's the same. Look at that. I have the same reading in the copper. Then I mean, so it means that I did a good job with the welding. So we need to zoom every cell IR, okay? Because they are in one S. If we have in one cell, for example, 5 IR, right? 5 in one cell, and we have 6, we multiply that and we should get that IR. However, when you put 2 cells in parallel, the IR decrease in half, okay? And that's theory. Sometimes it's not that exactly, but that's how I get better IR, for example, in the other pack. Let me see if I can measure this here. Because this one is 2p. But remember, at the same time, we have more cells. So we can expect a higher IR. Let me see if I have space here. I don't want to open this pack just because of that. But let me see if I can measure that from here. Let me see if I can squeeze this here. Come on. Let me hold it. Now look at this. I don't know if you can see it. Look at this. See, we have 12 here, but it's because we have in 2p. But at the same time, we have way more cells. So we need making the math. See, that's how it works. And this pack right now is almost fully charged. So the IR is gonna be the more charges, the lower is gonna be the IR. Okay. So we really cannot, compare too much. Now, something I was going to explain you guys. Where is the pack here? Why we don't use BMSs for the airplanes packs? First of all, that weigh too much. Okay, that weigh too much. The BMS. So we do this like the lipo packs. The lipo packs, they are just like this, right? So how we balance? So we use smart in RC. We use smart chargers, which I'm gonna show you one that is overkill. Let me see if I can pull the charger here so I don't have to move this all the way. I don't have to kill my setup. So I need a converter because this goes out XT90 and I need XT60 here. Okay, let me find the converter. Okay. I guess I got this one. Yep. I guess now I need. Let me see if I have the converter here. I guess it's here. Yes, it's here. What I need. All right. And the cell phone, I'm gonna have to open the app. Give me 1 second to turn on the power supply. I was turning on the power supply that feed this. So this is how it works. This is a smart, charger. Plug this here, here. Now I have a converter that I can plug here, and I hear the click. So we plug this into the charger, and now I'm gonna show you how cool is this in the charger. Let me see if I can accommodate this so you guys can see everything really nice. Let's see if you can see this display very nicely. Okay guys, this charger, first of all, let me clean this. This is a shame. It's dusty. This charger is called an iCharger, okay? It's a model 4512, which means 45 amps discharging by 12 up to 12 series. So this one is only 6, as you see. So what I do here, the smart charger act as a BMS, okay, at the same time, and it does way more than that. I can charge many different batteries. So this one is a LiPo. Right now it's in automatic mode, but I have, if you notice, I have that in 10 amps because the other pack was 2P. These cells, the 1C is 5 amps, but because this one is only 1C, so 1P, so I cannot go lower than more than 5. I mean, I can go 10 amps, but I don't want to hurt that. I have selected slow balance, okay? So now I can go and charge. Look at how cool now. It's gonna go to 5 amps. Now we are charging. And it's charging and balancing at the same time. So if the charger detects any unbalance, it's gonna start balancing. Now look at how cool this part. I can see here the IR, and this is DC IR, okay? It allows you to see many parameters. If you see here, like cutoff temperature, I do not have connected the probe to measure the temperature. I have that here, but I don't have that connected at the moment. So, and I'm pushing 110 watts, if you notice. And it monitor temperature and all that. So this is, and here is telling you how many amps hour is putting in each individual cell, and it gives you the overall as well. I mean the total. This is a beast. This charger honestly is a beast. It's one of the, if not the best one that you can buy. I have another one that is even better. No, I cannot call it better, but I mean as good as this. The difference is that the other one is go all the way to 16. So to explain you, this charger require an external power, DC power supply. Someone by coincidence was asking me today, what is a DC charger? Okay, DC charger is a charger that the input need to be in DC, just like this one. This one I need to, right now I have connected in this charger. Let me take it out myself. I almost messed up. In this charger I have connected Meanwell, which is in my opinion the best brand in power supplies, which is this one. That Meanwell, it's 2000 watts, and that one is the 48 volts input, okay? Output. However, I have that tame because the Meanwells, you can go up and down in voltage. I had putting 51.48 volts. Why? Because these chargers accept all the way to 53 volts input. Why I'm going that and not going to 48? Let's see if someone knows. Why I'm going in higher voltage rather than going lower voltage? Because I can put even 24 volts input. Let's see. Correct. The more voltage you use, the less amp you require. The less amp you require, the more cold is gonna run the system. So you always wanna run as higher voltage as you can. And the system allow you to prevent heat. That's why I go as higher as possible. Okay, so that's what I'm doing in the input. I can go all the way to 55, I guess, in this charger or 50 something, but the power supply, this iCharger doesn't allow you to go more than 53. I don't want to go in 53 exactly either because I'm gonna be in the limits. Any spike for any reason, then I can damage the charger. I don't want to do that. So this charger is dual channels, which means that I can connect two batteries at the same time. See, per channel. And it's insane. I can push 45 amps in every channel. 45 amps. And this allows you even to do what is called synchronize. I can connect both together and charge one pack all the way to, I believe is the limit in this one, 70 amps or 75 amps. When you combine both, I guess it's even higher. I'm not 100% sure. But this is a beast, this charger. This charger, you can get it from, my favorite place is progressiverc.com. They are in Washington. Progressive RC. It cost, I cannot remember. I believe it's expensive. It's expensive. It's 400 and something. If someone can check it out for me, I don't have access right now to the computer. It's 400 something. Now and as I mentioned, it required a power supply or a battery. I can plug the charger to a battery, I believe from 12 volts. Yeah, 420 plus shipping plus tax. So, but again, this is the same chargers that much use. Why? I'm gonna show you now that I'm charging in that side. I'm gonna go and work in this side. Look at what you can do with this beast, man. Look at what you can do with this beast. I can take that side now and look at this cycle. And in the cycles, look at what allow me to do. I can cycle all the way to, look at how many times. When you cycle, I can set how much I want to discharge, how low I want to discharge, how fast I want to charge. If I want to do balancing, they have so many options, so many options. The good part is, what means that I can cycle that many times? Why is that important? Guys, because that's the way he used to test longevity in the cells. So I do the same. When I want to test a cell for longevity, and I want to see how many cycles I can get from one cell, for example. So much what does is he cycled the first cycle in the CBA unit, but hey, it's not a factory CBA unit. His unit is modified. So much is a very good engineer in that part. So mine is still stock. That's why in my unit I cannot go higher than 25 amps. Yeah. So I cannot go more than 25 amps. Much in his unit, I believe he can go all the way to 400 amps if he wants. So basically what he does with the CBA unit, he take the first cycle to get all the information from the cell health, right? In that first cycle. Then he put it in the iCharger and he put 50 cycles in the iCharger.
So, but he set up everything before. I mean, temperature have to be accurate. Everything is very accurate. He maintained that room temperature perfectly accurate. So he run 50 cycles in one cell. That, hey, that can take a long time. So 50 cycle, for example, in 20 amps, or depend the cell. In the high, ultra high power cells, I believe he's taking cycles in 20, or is not 30 amps. So he do 50 cycles for example, with this charger. This charger allowed you to discharge all the way to 45 amps. With the internal resistor, the internal allowed you to go up to 130 watts. Okay, no more than that. However, this charger allowed you to connect an external resistor by the other channel. That's how I do. I have a big resistor. Let me see if I can show you one. I don't know if I have in here one handly already made. I guess I have it. I have that downstairs. I may have that downstairs. Maybe I have one here. Let me see. To show you what I do, I guess it's downstairs. Sadly, because that's gonna be very cool to show. Maybe I have one here. No, it's downstairs. But it's something similar as this. But it's a big resistor. Let me take this one out. It's not exactly this, but it's the same concept. Let me look at this. I have these resistors, see, basically, and I connect that to the charger, and then instead to use the charger's resistors, I use this one, for discharging, basically. So in that way, it allow me to discharge even more power from the charger. Instead to 130 watts, whatever those resistors can hold, I mean, in heat, that's what the charger it does. So the charger basically, when it's gonna to discharging the resistor, is smart. To get the more bang from in power, what it does is discharge. For example, these cells, what they are, 3.7. When they discharge, go all the way to, yeah, I believe it's 60 volts, the highest. So, and then it can put, think about it, 60 volts in 2 amps. Multiply that. That's the amount of power it can take out from the battery when it does that conversion. So 5 amps is nothing for those resistors. Those resistors, they can hold way more than that. I mean, especially the one that I use, I use a resistor that is a 500 watts resistor. One single resistor is huge. It's a huge resistor. It weighs like, I don't know, 4 or 5 pounds. So and I stack two of those resistors in parallel, so I can discharge all the way to 1,000 watts using this. So I can discharge packs using this charger. I mean, and cycle the packs. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, but much use a different. They call it equalizer, I believe.